Man, I'm just go ahead and just randomly walk outside today because I'm just kind of feeling it. Oh man, such a freaking beautiful day. Let me just randomly look to my side and oh, what is that? Oh my God, is there a package for me? This is so unexpected. Oh my God, let's get this inside. Wow guys, so like, I don't know how, but apparently like some random company that I must have had zero contact with, they just magically got my address, I guess, like sent me some stuff and I just, wow, I'm so shook. I just want to share this experience with you guys. So let's just open this up together and see what we've got going on. Shirts. Got shirts going on here. Several shirts, guys. Wow, like, what's going on? Like, wrist straps? Who could this? Could this be from? Like, what is this? Oh, guess I just messed up since you guys have clearly seen this on my channel before, which I guess I actually was expecting this package. What is up guys, I'm Sos Williams, aka TheSwolefessor here to educate you on health, fitness, social well-being. Sorry for that little messed up intro. I'm not throwing no shade at anybody except for the entire fitness industry because I think it's really funny when people like know they're sponsored by someone or know a company's gonna be sending them something and they just act so shook like, yo, I just wasn't expecting this. Is like bro, like how did they randomly get your address? Like, come on. Anyway, so yeah, quick little announcement guys. Those of you who've been with the channel for a little bit, you may remember a few months back, I actually did a review of the LockDown grip product. I'll have the link in the description down below. Pretty much company, LockDown Co, started by Raymond, aka the online coach. I'll have, you know, his as well as the LockDown company's like Instagram information as well as YouTube channel in the description down below for those of you who for whatever reason don't know who he is, haven't checked him out. But pretty much, yeah, I am officially an ambassador from the company and it's just a really simple company, guys. It's just now getting it started, and I actually like that it's smaller because it's like it means that there's a lot of potential for it to build, and it hasn't already been heavily influenced by like, you know, the people in and stuff like that because it's, you know, fresh. Like I'm one of the first ambassadors and like I know Russell's an athlete and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just really simple stuff, guys. The LockDown grip, like so if you guys are more curious about that, I'll actually have it in the video review I did over in the description down below. But it's pretty much just to help you, for those of you that train in like commercial gyms or where you maybe have like a really crappy bench that's really slippery, it just lets you stay in better position, like, you know, with your scapular retraction depression versus having like, you know, put bands on and stuff, which works well too. But if you want something like a little bit simpler, more efficient, go with that. They sell very simple gym equipment such as wrist wraps. I'm actually gonna be testing these out today since I actually have bench. And I don't expect them to be like quite as stiff as my SBD wrist wraps. I'll be surprised if they are, but it works out perfectly because I like having gear that I kind of train in and then gear that I can kind of just save more for like actual competition day. And then they have just very simple clothing apparel, shirts. You guys have seen me wear like the LockDown shirts before, and now I've got some of the newer LockDown shirts. So yeah, I'm honestly really excited to be a part of the company, to be a part of the LockDown Co family. And you know, we're gonna see where it goes. You guys already know, I ain't the type of dude that just pushes products. It ain't like that. But as always, you know, in the description down below will be the link to the LockDown Co website. If you guys wanna save you a little bit of money, you can use my code, TheSwolefessor. It'll be on screen. And that's gonna be what it is. You know, every now and then I might remind you guys, hey, if y'all trying to get some of this stuff, you wanna help your boy out, there's the code. But you guys already know that I don't like heavily push products or anything like that. But getting into what today is going to be about, pretty much guys, I'm going to take you through, today is day 3 on my current mesocycle. I'm gonna take you guys through that. I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly everything that I do as far as my mobility warm-ups before bench press. As I said, I think a couple of videos ago that I was gonna do that. So I'll be taking you guys through what my mobility routine is, take you guys through what today looks like specifically on the program, and then at the end, just go over kind of like what the entire final mesocycle looks like leading into my meet. And then of course later, you know, I'll be showing you guys videos showing you each specific day, but just giving you a general overview for today. So that's pretty much what I have planned for today, along with whatever informative stuff ends up coming up with these videos. You guys already know, even with like the workout focused vlogs, I want you guys to get something from it. I want you guys to learn something. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan is. About to put one of these on. I ain't decided yet. Your boy ain't decided which one you're gonna wear yet, but gonna put one of these on and head to the gym. So see you guys there.
Alright guys, jumping in for a voiceover so I can take you through exactly what I'm doing as far as my mobility work before my bench press. Like I said, you guys have already seen kind of what my mobility work looks like for my lower body days, so this is what I do for my upper body days. Keeping in mind that on certain days I may do, a little bit more than this, on other days I may do a little bit less, just depends on how I'm feeling because mobility is not a stagnant thing. But pretty much getting right into it, you guys see that right now I'm just pulling that band apart as much as I can, both in front and behind me. This not only gives me like a nice little stretch on the chest, but more importantly, I'm focusing on like just retracting my scapula as I'm doing it. Whether the band's behind or in front of me, I'm really trying to feel that retraction in my scapula just to get that nice and primed for the bench press. Then after that, I pull the band apart, try to keep my arms relatively straight, nice slow rotations around the body, about 10 to 15 to the left, 10 to 15 to the right. And this is really just helping to warm my entire shoulder girdle. I feel this a lot in my delts, I feel it a lot in my traps, and just kind of helps to alleviate any tension that's there. Mind you, I don't really deal with a whole lot of tight spots or pain or issues in general, but like I was saying, mobility is kind of like an ever-changing thing. For one, it's not just to help you with issues that you may have, it's to help prevent future issues from arising in the first place. So even those of you who are like, oh, I don't really worry about worrying about mobility because I don't have any issues, you do it to prevent issues, not just when you do have issues. And just understand that, like I said, it's an ever-changing thing. Like, you may develop certain tight spots, certain muscular strengths and weaknesses and imbalances, and based upon that, and based upon just like, how your movement patterns develop and change, you may have to change what type of mobility work that you do, and that's why it's really individual. But yeah, I pretty much do this to like just get the entire shoulder girdle feeling nice and warm, and then after that, you guys are going to see that I'm basically just doing some single arm shoulder presses with the band. Now, as far as what type of resistance you use, generally you can use something like a little bit lighter than this. I pretty much just using the same band for everything. You guys are going to see on certain things I probably should use a slightly lighter band. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was kind of just trying to like, go through the movements for you guys so that you can see what all I'm doing. But on the shoulder presses, it actually didn't feel too bad. And what I pretty much do, guys, is the reason I like to use a band for these versus a dumbbell for my like mobility work is just so like if there's any place where I'm really feeling any like tension, I can kind of hold the band in that place there. Whereas with the dumbbell, it's not like a constant tension on you the entire time. Now right here, what I'm doing is basically just warming up my rotator cuff. So I'm trying to like, roll my shoulder back, keep my shoulder nice and tucked, keep that elbow as close to my body as I can, and then kind of rotate my arm outward while keeping the elbow in the same position. Once again, definitely should have used a lighter band for this just so you can maintain position a little bit better, but you guys still get the general idea of what I'm trying to do here. And once again, getting the rotator cuff nice and primed, your scapula nice and primed, your shoulders, triceps, your back, all of that. Even though, yes, the bench press, you're using your chest, your triceps, and your shoulders to move the weight, understanding the importance that your back and lats have as far as the stability of the movement is huge. Which is why you guys are going to see next that I'm pretty much just doing, some single arm rows. I do about, 10 to 12 each side, and but as soon as I'm done with doing rows on one side, I'll kind of go into like these little single arm face pulls as well. Once again, just getting the rear delts feeling nice and primed. And you can do like just normal face pulls to warm up as well, but since I have actual weighted face pulls on my primary bench day, I kind of just like prefer to do this for my warm-ups on my secondary bench day, especially since I know I'm going to be hitting some weighted rear delt flies at the end of this workout. The only thing I can say is if you can, like, I should have pulled the band further back so I could get a full extension and protraction, but I was kind of just trying to work with what I had as far as like where I could position the camera without getting anybody's way, just to give you guys an idea of pretty much what I'm doing. And then the last thing that I always like to do, guys, before I like actually get on the bench is pretty much, just be at a dead hang on a pull-up bar and then just retract and depress my scapula as much as I can. And it's crazy to see, like looking at this right now, I realize that like I can do this so much better than when I first started doing it. Like the range of motion that I'm actually getting just from retracting and depressing is actually crazy. But this to me is like such a heavily underrated warm-up for the bench press. I know a lot of people actually like to do like actual pulls before the bench press too, which is great, but I would still recommend doing this. This is something that Brennan had me start doing about 5-6 months ago when we first started, and it's just been great. It really helps me feel that engagement and is really good for like being similar to what my setup is going to be like on the bench press itself, as you guys like, you've seen what my setup looks like already. And then right here, all I'm pretty much doing is just make sure everything feels nice and good. So once again, just going to kind of like, retraction, depression. If there's any type of like lingering tightness or anything that feels off, I'll just go back through some of those warm-ups or do another mobility movement to specifically hit whatever I'm having issues with. And once I, test it out and I feel good to go as I did here, I pretty much just go right into my bench work. Now, I'm not gonna get into like why I do as many acclamations as I do. I've already discussed that in a previous video, but you guys are just gonna pretty much see my warm-ups. I'm starting with like so it's a little bit different. These aren't pound plates, obviously, kilogram plates. So this is about like 155 pounds. I'll do that for about 5 reps, and then I jump to what's going to be the equivalent of about 220 pounds for 2 to 3 reps. And then you guys are going to see that I jump to, like, 264 pounds, or, the equivalent of that in kilograms for about 2 reps. And then from there, I start making smaller jumps. Once again, when I get to about 75-80% of my max, that's when I'll start making just like 2.5% jumps in terms of like my warm-up sets until I get to my actual working weight. So on this particular day, guys, this actually isn't different from the last mesocycle. On my secondary bench day, I'm pretty much working up to a top single. On this day, I had a single at RPE 7, and then my back down sets, that is a little bit different. On my back down sets, I have 4 back down sets of 5 on this particular day. So right now, you guys are going to see me do 264, 275. This is like 286, and then I believe I went to like 297. So like I said, just 2.5% jumps, which for me is about like 8 pounds is 2.5% of my max. So 10 pounds is about as close I'm going to get to that. So that's what I do. Then right here is my last warm up, about 308 pounds. And then you guys are going to see me move 315 pounds for a very smooth single at RPE 7. It's actually probably the fastest that I've ever moved, 315 pounds, and I'm just feeling really good. It's nice and explosive off the chest. I drive through smoothly, and it just felt great. And then after that, like I said, I had 4 back down sets of 5. I think on this day I had I think Brendan assigned 240 pounds, but kind of like the closest you can get to it in kilograms is like 242, 243. So, the 3 pounds doesn't really make an extra difference for me, especially on the bench press, especially at this low of a weight. So nothing that I'm worried about or concerned with. And all in all, guys, I'm just feeling good. Like, I know I keep saying that, but it's just because I feel so amazing. Like, I've never felt as prepared for a meet as I am currently as far as like the peaking in this prep. After that, guys, I have lat pull downs now. I used to have 4 sets of 15 on this day, but once again, the volume is getting reduced kind of on everything, including my accessory work. So on this day, it's just 3 sets of 15. And once again, just emphasizing you guys, when I do my lat pull downs, I like to get that full stretch by sticking my head right on the bar, kind of like sticking your head through the window when you do an overhead press. Get that full stretch and then drive it straight down. You guys notice that I'm not leaning back excessively. I'm just leaning back enough to where I'm able to bring that bar directly straight down. And then after that, I go into chest supported row of choice. So I did dumbbell seal rows on this day, and pretty much I'm doing mile reps on this, guys. And even though I've shown that on this channel before, I'm not sure if I've explained it. So just to be safe, I'm going to explain that right now. So basically what I do is I pick a weight that I can do for 15 to 20 reps depending on what's prescribed. On this day, I think it could be 15 or 20. So I picked 50-pound dumbbells, did 20 reps, and then you're going to see that pretty much after that, I'm only going to rest for 15 seconds, and then I just blast out as many reps as I can. So it's 1 set of 15 to 20, and then 3 sets of as many reps as possible with only 15 seconds between all sets. So I didn't actually take the time to just watch to record me just sitting there for 15 seconds this time like I did in the previous videos, just because at this point you guys already know what's up. But you're going to notice the amount of reps that I can do goes down significantly. I knock out that first set of 20 pretty easily, but then you're going to see I think get 4 or 5 on all the preceding sets, and it's kind of a struggle to even get that. I think that was 6 or something like that. Now you're gonna see, let's see, 1, 2 gains, 3 gains, 4 more gains, and 5. Yeah, so that's about all I can get, guys. Like I said, mile reps, it's awesome because 1, it's really not all that taxing on the body because you're only able to go so heavy if you're doing something where you're going for 15, 20 reps on that first set, and then just doing as many reps as possible. But it's still a great way to finish out my accessory movements pretty much, because 1, I get through my accessory movements way faster than if I'm just doing straight sets. 2, I'm still able to kind of push it because you're literally going to failure, and this is probably one of the only times you guys will see me emphasize really going to failure on movements or using really short rest times to induce that metabolic fatigue, because that's how the mile reps are set up. But with my big, heavier compound movements, obviously I'm focused on straight sets and just general progression. But yeah, that's pretty much what this day looks like, guys. I think that's about all I wanted to tell you. So like I said, at the end of this video, you guys are going to see me kind of go over what the entire mesocycle looks like. And then like I said, I will be taking you all through each and every single workout day that I have. In fact, I'm actually thinking about just keeping the rest of the workout days that I show you guys kind of raw. Just 'cause I haven't done just a straight raw workout in a while. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this voiceover. So I will talk to you guys next time.
Alright guys, so it's actually now the next day. I got home late, went to bed, crashed hard. woke up, started like, getting the video together, started editing, and I'm like, oh wait, bro, I forgot to actually, one, close the video out, and two, actually take you guys through what this current menstrual cycle is going to be looking like. Like I said, I'm going to be taking you guys through each individual day, like you saw, day 3 already on this video. But let me just kind of take you guys through what the menstrual cycle looks like so you can know what the current setup is. So pretty much, guys, the same format as far as it being, lower intensity, upper body intensity, rest, then lower volume, upper volume, technique focused, accessory based day, rest, and then repeat. So pretty much on day 1, lower body intensity focused day, I am now working up to 2 singles. So usually like for example, this past week, the first single was at RPE 6.5 and the second single was at RPE 7. The next week it'll be RPE 7.5, RPE 8, and it kind of goes on like that. And then I have 4 sets of 2 back down sets based off a certain percentage of my max. Then for deadlifts, it's 1 set of 1. Like I said, this past week starts at RP 6, next week RP 7, so on and so forth. And then 4 back down sets of 1. And then I have my, my usual accessory work, my goblet Bulgarian split squats, and then a little bit of core work on that day. For upper body day 2, it is similar setup to the squat, 2 top singles, competition bench, and then 4 sets of 2 back down sets. And then I have long pause bench press, 2 sets of 4. And once again, just like my back downs for my top sets based off a certain percentage. And then I have my usual accessory work. I have controlled tempo pull-ups, chest supported rope choice, dumbbell overhead press, space pulls with external rotation. Then, I rest and I come back in on day, actually, my bad, yeah, what you guys saw was day 4. I'm tripping. Everything you guys just saw earlier, that's day 4. Day 3 is actually competition squat. Once again, I come in, work up to a single, once again, just because, it's all about the singles right now. It's all about getting used to the heavier loads on my back and in my hands so I can be more adjusted to that way. Because as I explained to you guys, with peaking, you're getting where you are reducing the volume. So obviously you guys can know, I'm doing less reps, but more focused on intensity, really making sure that I'm keeping my fitness where I want so I can be at that prime, ready, positioning, stage, state of being for actually stepping onto the platform. I was gonna go somewhere with that. I don't even remember where I was going with that. But anyway, so yeah, I have competition squats, top sets, top single, and then 3 back down sets of 5. So on my volume day, it's still relatively more volume than my intensity. Obviously, instead of doing doubles or back down sets, we're doing sets of 5. And then I once again have 4 sets of 1 on deadlifts, then followed by leg curl mile reps, more core work. And then what you guys saw on this day, for day 4, you already saw competition bench press, top single, 4 back down sets of 5. And then you guys saw the accessory work for this day, you already know that. And then what I will be doing today, which is on day 5 of each week, is once again just my technique focused day where I get in my 3rd bench and squat session of the week, but it always stays at a relatively light load. 4 sets of 4, for example, with 310 pounds on squat, 4 sets of 4 with 235 pounds on bench, and it's staying the same way throughout. So pretty much for the first 3 weeks, this is the first week, so the next 2 weeks, the RPEs and the percentages will be going up a little bit, except for on that final technique day, that just stays the same. But then the actual 4th week, that my 4th week, that will be leading into actual meet day, that's when the volume's reduced even more. Like for example, I won't have a heavy single on deadlift all that week. Even on the intensity focused day, all my sets pretty much get reduced by 1 on the back down sets, except for my bench. My bench, we're peaking a little bit differently just because it can handle a little bit more volume. But all in all, that's pretty much what my menstrual cycle is looking like. So yeah, it's a lot of singles, a lot of heavy weight, and I'm excited. I know y'all can't tell because your boy's still kind of waking up, but I'm very excited. It can't get here soon enough. It really has flown by though. Honestly, I've been working with Brendan since January. We're in June now. So by the time my meet gets here, June 30th, it will be a full 6 months. So half a year. And it definitely doesn't feel like it. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you did. If you did not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can do to get better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch y'all later.